A major legal storm has erupted, drawing national attention. At the center, Sashidhar Jagdishan, CEO of HDFC Bank, and the Lilavati Kirtilal Mehta Medical Trust, which runs Mumbai's renowned Lilavati Hospital. The controversy began with an FIR against Jagdishan and senior HDFC Bank officials, alleging forgery and cheating. Such accusations against the head of India's largest private bank are rare, and raise urgent questions about corporate governance. The case took a dramatic turn when multiple Bombay High Court judges recused themselves, fueling speculation and concern. The matter has now reached the Supreme Court, highlighting its gravity and the high stakes for both the financial and judicial systems. This isn't just a private dispute. It has implications for public trust in major institutions. HDFC Bank's reputation is vital to the Indian economy, and any scandal can shake market and depositor confidence. The judiciary's actions are under scrutiny, with repeated recusals raising questions about transparency and the ability to handle high-profile cases. The outcome could set important precedents for corporate accountability and judicial integrity. To understand the case, let's meet the key players. Sashidhar Jagdishan, CEO of HDFC Bank, leads India's largest private sector bank, a pillar of the nation's financial system. Opposing him is the Lilavati Kirtilal Mehta Medical Trust, which runs the prestigious Lilavati Hospital and has a history of internal trustee disputes. The dispute centers on an FIR filed by a faction of the trust, alleging HDFC Bank officials illegally changed the list of trustees on the trust's accounts. The complaint accuses the bank of favoring one group of trustees, with charges including forgery and criminal conspiracy. HDFC Bank and Jagdishan deny all wrongdoing, insisting they acted lawfully based on official documents. The FIR, filed by Mumbai Police's Economic Offences Wing, marks the start of a high-stakes criminal investigation. The case is now a flashpoint for questions about banking ethics and legal accountability. The FIR against Jagdishan and HDFC Bank officials triggered immediate legal action. HDFC Bank petitioned the Bombay High Court to quash the FIR, arguing it was a civil dispute being miscast as a criminal case. The bank claimed it followed all procedures and acted on valid documents. Unusually, multiple High Court judges recused themselves from hearing the case one after another without public explanation. This rare sequence of recusals sparked intense speculation about possible conflicts or external pressures. With the case stalled, Jagdishan escalated the matter to the Supreme Court, seeking intervention. The Supreme Court's involvement elevated the dispute to a national stage, focusing attention on both the allegations and the judiciary's handling of sensitive cases. The legal battle now tests the resilience and transparency of India's justice system. Let's break down the timeline. The roots lie in a long-running feud among Lilavati Trust's trustees, with rival factions issuing conflicting instructions to HDFC Bank. In March 2025, a faction led by Prashant Mehta filed a complaint, prompting the Economic Offences Wing to register an FIR against Jagdishan and others. The core allegation, HDFC Bank aided another faction by illegally recognizing a new list of trustees, leading to charges of forgery and cheating. HDFC Bank and Jagdishan moved the Bombay High Court in April 2025 to quash the FIR, but faced repeated judicial recusals. With the case in limbo, Jagdishan approached the Supreme Court in June 2025, arguing that the delays were harming his and the bank's reputation. The Supreme Court agreed to hear the matter, bringing national attention to the case. The next steps will determine not just the fate of the accused, but also the credibility of the legal process. Judicial recusal is meant to ensure fairness and avoid conflicts of interest. But in this case, a chain of recusals by multiple High Court judges has created a judicial vacuum. The lack of public explanation has fueled speculation and eroded confidence in the judiciary's impartiality. For HDFC Bank and Jagdishan, it's meant a denial of timely justice and prolonged uncertainty. The situation exposes a systemic vulnerability. If judges can recuse without reason, sensitive cases can be indefinitely stalled. That's why the Supreme Court's intervention is so crucial, not just for this case, but for the integrity of the entire judicial process. The apex court may need to set clearer guidelines on recusal, especially in high-profile matters. transparency and accountability in the judiciary are now under the spotlight. This case is a test of public trust in both the banking system and the judiciary. HDFC Bank's stability is vital for millions, and any hint of scandal can shake confidence. The judiciary's ability to handle such cases transparently is equally critical for democracy. The repeated recusals have raised doubts about the system's ability to deliver justice impartially. The dispute also highlights the tension between protecting corporations from malicious litigation and ensuring accountability for alleged wrongdoing. The Supreme Court's upcoming decisions on both the FIR and the recusal process will be pivotal. The outcome could reshape standards for corporate governance and judicial transparency. For now, the case is a stark reminder. The health of our institutions depends on vigilance, transparency, and the rule of law. All eyes are on the Supreme Court as the next chapter unfolds.